you seeing out there? Because I know that they, I believe, extended the curfew. It was supposed to be at sunrise today, but I believe they extended it to 10 a.m., right?
That's right, Daryl. So it was actually, what I was noticing driving from New Orleans over here to Raceland, where the EOC is located right now. It's just dark. It's very dark, and that's why they are saying it's best to just stay home right now, stay inside. Do not put yourself in harm's way. It's just not worth it going and exploring the areas. As you guys saw in my New Orleans live shot, I mean, the trees down, the power lines down. It's really hard to see things out there, even with just a tiny little flashlight on your cell phone. So that's just not going to do it. So that's why a lot of the local leaders are asking people to just stay home right now and follow what those local leaders are asking you to do, and also just keep up to date. And you guys can see exactly what we're seeing because we're doing all the looking around for you. But to talk a little bit more about the conditions that we're hearing here in Lafourche Parish, I have the parish president, Archie. You guys have been kind of going around. There's been a lot of impact to y'all's area.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of down trees, not a whole lot of down power lines. A pocket of North Larose and Port Fourchon still have power, which is pretty good. That's a good sign for power restoration efforts. We did have about 26 people that we had to rescue last night with the sheriff's office. Worked really hard to get those people to our shelter as a housing authority complex started to take on water. So it was really a rain event and a wind event for Central and North Lafourche, which is a little bit odd when it comes to hurricanes. So we're going to continue our damage assessments this morning. As daylight comes up, our public works crews, our pumpers, all those guys are going to be on the road. Sheriff's office is working hard to give us road condition assets as well, working with DOT to clear the one main clog that we have, which is Highway 308 in Lafourche Crossing, massive oak trees. So yeah, curfew extended till 10 o'clock, just encouraging people to stay home, give us time to finish those damage assessments, make sure there's no live power lines on the road, that there's no really anything in your way, and then we'll get you going at some point today.
Did you guys end up having any flooding or anything like that?
Yeah, we have about 12 homes right now that we know flooded. I expect that number to grow up by a couple as those damage assessments continue. The northern part of the parish saw about 10 inches of rain in about 2 hours, which was, as the storm moved over Terrebonne Parish and got to us, it seemed like it just slowed down. And I know our friends over in St. Charles and St. John and Jefferson had that same kind of effect, and they're dealing with some home flooding as well. So it was a wacky storm for us. Not kind of held to a lot of the forecasts that we were seeing, but we're going to make it through it like we always do.
And I noticed while I was driving around, there are deputies out making sure people are being safe.
Yeah, our first responder partners, Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office, our 3 municipalities and their police forces, our volunteer fire departments, Acadian, Lafourche Ambulance Service District, did a tremendous job at helping us get through this. They hunkered down at some point last night too when the winds got really bad, but as soon as they let up, those guys were out there clearing trees with us and moving things around so we could begin our damage assessments.
I mean, are there any roads that are possibly still closed because of things in the road?
Yeah, the only one the main artery that we know of right now is Highway 308 at Lafourche Crossing, which is kind of one of the main thoroughfares for us to get up and down. Hopefully we'll have that cleared shortly with the aid of some big equipment as we move that big oak tree that fell. But right now it's just mainly working through those street by streets in the neighborhoods and seeing what we have to deal with.
And is there a phone number, or what should community members do if they do see something or they need help?
Yeah, if you have a down tree, a down power line, please call our Emergency Operations Center to report it. It's 985-537-7603. Or you can always shoot us a message through our social media that we're monitoring as well. If you do have a medical emergency, as always, just dial 911.
You were here and kind of like staking it out during the storm. Was it loud outside? What were you hearing and experiencing?
Yeah, we had the back door to the EOC open for most of it, just kind of watching the wind blow. We got those 70, 80 mile an hour winds, gust upwards of 100 here. So I know they really felt that in North Lafourche. And again, South Lafourche really took the brunt of it for Hurricane Ida and cleared out a lot of things. I think that's why we're not seeing the tree debris and the things that we thought we would see down the bayou. North Lafourche didn't really get that for Hurricane Ida. When it swapped over and hit the river parishes, those guys got a little break. So this was kind of their turn for it, and we're going to start our debris operations and our assessments later this morning as the sun comes up.
I mean, speaking of Ida, do you think that preparation was a little bit different because of what you guys had to go through for Ida?
Yeah, it made our evacuations different. We still have people in temporary housing. It made some of our emergency operations plans and some of the things we pre-position a little bit different. But I think the resiliency efforts that were put into place by Entergy, by some of our infrastructure, really made the difference and be able to keep services online.
And one of the things too I noticed in all the other parishes is people really heeded the warnings. Do you feel like your community was ready to go and they were prepared for what could come?
Yeah, no doubt. Not a whole lot of traffic yesterday, which was a good thing. And then when we got on the road about midnight, there was not any traffic other than sheriff's deputies and first responders. So it really made the difference that people stayed home. And again, we're just asking people to do that again this morning. Let us get through our damage assessments, and we'll get you on your way soon enough.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, and we'll let you get back to work because you still have a full day of assessing the damage. So we'll be continuing on that. But guys, we're going to be going over to Thibodaux and some of the other areas that we're expecting to have some damage when it came to that wind and rain. So we're going to keep you guys up to date with the latest information as soon as we get it here on air and online at WDSU.com. Reporting here in Lafourche Parish, I'm Cassie Sherm. Back to you.